welcome back to the College and Back podcast. Today is one of the last days of 2020. I have my brother Tony as my guest, so I'm going to hand it over to you. Tony, how are you doing today?
Howdy. I'm doing good. How about you, Nick?
I'm doing pretty good. It's crazy today. I think it's like the 28th or whatever of December.
It is the 28th.
So we are almost to 2021, which is crazy. I never thought we would have 2-0 and then 2-0. Actually, no. 2021.
2021.
That's really weird to think about as a year.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So today is going to be the last podcast of 2020, and I couldn't think of anybody better to have on it than my brother. So
say less.
I mean, this has been one of the craziest years in the world. So I figured, why not have one of the craziest, most lively people that I know on the last podcast.
That's me, the most lively person.
You're definitely the most lively person I have ever met. So I want to talk about kind of 2020 and 2021.
Mm-hmm.
So before we get to 2021 and what we're looking forward to about it, let's talk about 2020 a little bit, more specifically Christmas, because Christmas just passed a couple days ago. And I know y'all are probably thinking, wow, you recorded this on the day before, and you're dang right we did.
Yes.
We're recording this the day before it comes out. So we had a lot of Christmas things to do, but
yeah,
here we are. So Tony, how was your Christmas? We kind of spent it together, but what kind of things happened this Christmas?
Christmas was great. We had a great Christmas. I got a keyboard
that
I could make music with.
As you heard in the intro, possibly.
Yeah,
so,
possibly.
I mean...
so that's cool. I can make music. I make beats.
Yeah, make some fire beats.
I'm a beatster.
You're a beatster. I see your computer over here is filled with a bunch of buttons and different things I've never seen before. It looks like you could be a full-time beat maker for like NF or Eminem or something like that.
I could be a professional beat maker. My talents are too good for the world.
Man, you're a talented man. You make beats, you play basketball, you sing, you dance, you act. You're a talented man.
Multi-talented,
and I'm just here making podcasts. But
yes, but your podcasts are better than anything I do. So
that is not true. Recently, we've been doing pretty good at getting over 100 views on my last 2 or 3 podcasts. So hopefully this one should get over 200 with you on it.
We will get you over 200. That's the goal.
We'll see. You gotta shout out shout out me to all your friends. You know.
Facts.
Yeah. Get it? I see you're also wearing my school shirt tonight, which is pretty cool. Y'all can't see that because we're just
Stingham, am I right?
Stingham. No, I'm just kidding. It's funny because we're Stingham, your school's Stingham. So it kind of works out. But anyway.
Pretty cool.
So Christmas, for me, I'll just go ahead and say my Christmas was pretty good. I'm not going to say, exactly why. Actually, I will say it. You can, if you follow me on Instagram, you know this. I actually got a new truck for Christmas, which is baller, and you actually got a truck too. You got my old truck. So hey, we both are driving guys now. If you see us on the road in a white or a blue truck, could be us. So
better run the other direction if it's me.
Yeah, definitely run the other direction. We got food tonight, and I thought we were gonna die. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it was pretty close.
We weren't gonna die. There's one moment, but we won't talk about that.
No, it's fine. We don't need to talk about that.
Yeah. All right, so was there any, other than your truck, of course, you mentioned your beat maker, so is there any other present that you got, or was one of those two kind of the favorite?
Those are my favorite. I got a lot of candy this year, which is really good.
I did too, it's right there. I got a ton of it.
Yeah, you got Rolo. Yeah, I got a lot of Twix bars, which is my favorite candy. So
it's good. Hey, if y'all know Tony, you want to get him something that he likes, get him some Twix.
Give me Twix.
You know what I just did right now? So I'm sitting at my desk with my microphone here, and I just leaned to talk into the microphone, but we're not using that. I'm using the lapel microphone. So I don't know why.
Good.
I'm just a full-on YouTuber, man. Got to make some money. I'm just kidding. I don't make any money. I wish I did. That'd be cool.
One day.
One day maybe we'll make some money, but yeah. So I wanted to mention also, so this is the first year that I remember that we haven't gone really anywhere on Christmas. We literally stayed at our house most of the day on Christmas, and we didn't go to any Christmas party or anything.
That's true.
So how do you feel about that? And looking forward to New Year's, we're probably not going to meet up with anybody either. So how do you feel about that?
Yeah, well, Christmas, we have a huge extended family, so we always go see them every year, and that's kind of like the one time that we really see everybody together. So it was kind of weird not seeing everybody, because we probably won't see most of them until next year because they live in different places.
No, like literally, that's the only time of year we see some of our relatives, and some of the older ones. We may never see them again.
That would be super
kind
sad.
Of sad, but it's possible.
It is possible.
But we had our grandparents over, so that was pretty fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had a good time.
Yeah. So,
but it was a pretty good Christmas. I thought this Christmas was really good.
I mean, 2 trucks. You can't really
you
can't really go up. Like, I don't know how next year's gonna be any better. I don't think it can be, honestly. But yeah, so that's awesome. Mm-hmm. So now going kind of back, I kind of wanted to go back because, of course, 2021's almost here. I wanted to go back through 2020, and I looked through my phone kind of in my camera roll today to kind of see what happened in 2020. Do you ever do that? Just go back in your camera roll to see like what happened in certain parts?
I'm going to do that
right now to see what happened.
Yeah.
I looked through a little bit, and I just came up with some things, so I'm going to run through some things that happened to me. Basically, it started out just like in the new year, thinking everything was going to be fine. Like we went to a basketball game, like a U of H basketball game. We went there. I actually bought tickets for all this. I'm not rich, but I kind of spent all my money on that.
Well, that was a Christmas gift.
It was a Christmas gift, and I kind of went broke. No, I'm just kidding. No. But
we're fine.
We went to that, and at that point, everybody thought everything was going to be fine. Mm-hmm. We were all just like, having a good time. It was packed, vibing. And then we went closer to when the whole lockdown started. We went to a Rockets game too, and I just remember that game. People were kind of at the point where people were kind of afraid of COVID at that time, but not really. Mm-hmm. I just remember going there and like thinking like there's probably people here that have COVID and stuff, but we didn't really think much of it. Mm-hmm. So that was one thing we did. And then basically, other than that, I went back to school thinking everything was going to be fine. So for you, is there anything kind of good that you can think of that happened in those first couple months before everything started going downhill?
Well, yeah, like we went to those basketball games, and that was pretty cool. We just had no idea really. No. It looks like I was in my school show, and everything was fine, and that was February, like the very beginning of February, which was like a month before everything got shut down, and we had no idea. It's kind of weird to look at pictures and like see nobody's wearing masks and we're all just like so close. And it's like we had no idea what was about to happen.
Yeah, we had no idea. Like we watched a podcast earlier today, and we watched a podcast from like last year or the beginning of last year, like last January, and they were talking like, this year is going to be awesome. We're going to hang out. We're going to do a bunch of stuff. It's like you have no idea what's about to hit you.
I know.
But it is crazy to see all that and just think like a month later you're all going to be shut down.
Yeah.
with nothing. For me, we're going to say something?
Oh yeah, well I was just saw in here, I also, right before everything got shut down, I was in driver's ed.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
Yeah. And we had to wear masks and everything, but we got shut down for a couple weeks where we couldn't go to the school.
Yeah. That was right around the time I was just going to say that I went back to school in January, February. Everything was fine. And then we went home for spring break. And at that point, we were kind of weird. Like, we kind of knew COVID was a thing, but we didn't, like, think too much of it. So when we went home for spring break, I actually had to get my wisdom teeth taken out. So that's one big thing that happened for me over kind of this year. That was one of the bigger things that happened to me because I was out for, like, a week. Just to let you know, wisdom teeth getting taken out sucks. It's awful.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun.
Like, for me, I only had 2 of them taken out. Some people have 4. But I only had 2, and it was awful for me. Like, that's not something that's fun.
No.
You kind of are just stuck kind of laying around for a while. But anyway, not to get sidetracked, but
yeah.
it is pretty awful. But dude, and then I got the news.
Did you get to eat ice cream?
Yeah, I ate ice cream and Jell-O and stuff like that, but like
that's hype.
But still, by the end, it's like I just want like a burger or like fries or something like to eat. It was just Jell-O pudding, some soup. Like it's like I was sick. It's like I'm not sick. My teeth are all messed up.
Yeah,
or not. They're actually better now, but my mouth was all messed up in like raw. I guess is the word. Anyway, it was
also. I saw one other thing that we did. did one of your first podcasts.
Oh,
in March.
We did?
Yeah, and it was with you and me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like in March, like right.
When
it was right during COVID.
I gotta look this up now. When was my first podcast?
It was.
I can't remember. Keep talking while I look this up.
It must have been late February, early March. It must have been. It was before everything shut down, for sure.
Yeah, I just couldn't remember if it was. Let me see. Going back. My first one was 9 months ago.
Which
was this around the time?
March. What would have been March?
March 16th was the one we were on together.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was actually... My channel started not even a year. I feel like it's been a year with this channel.
Almost to the year. What are you going to do for your year?
So, March 10th is the year. So, I got to make it... That was right when I got home for spring break.
Yeah, we were at the Rockets game March 8th.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. March 7th.
And we didn't even have a worry.
My friend Nick's birthday was the day I went home for spring break, or the day before that I went home. So right around then, I was about to get my wisdom teeth. I remember that because I was talking about wisdom teeth on that show, I think.
You know what's weird? I was in school all the way till March 12th.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So it's coming up on here. It's about, it says 9 months. So that's really interesting. So yeah, that's right. We did do a podcast about 9 months ago together. That was interesting. That was the weird part. We tried to do the video.
Yeah,
I want to go back to video soon. I just don't have the equipment for it right now. But hopefully soon. With some Christmas money, I'll be able to buy some. Yeah.
And your
equipment.
200 views from me, maybe you'll make some profit.
We'll see, man. The thing that sucks about YouTube is like you need 1,000 subscribers, and it's like that's hard to do. That takes years.
Hard.
Like that usually takes people 4 or 5 years of straight just grinding through it to get to that. So like, hopefully this part helps get to there, but we'll see.
We'll see.
Anyway, so I got my wisdom teeth taken out, and then I got a message from my school saying we're shutting down, like for the rest. Or at first, it was just for 2 weeks. Like we're gonna wait 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Then like a week went by, and then we're like, okay, we're shutting down for the semester. And I'm like, okay. So then we literally like 2 days later, we all went up to my school, got all my stuff, and came back in one day. That's brutal, by the way. That drive was 4 hours there, 4 hours back.
Oh, that was crazy.
If only you would have been driving then, it would help me out a little bit. But I had to drive 8 hours that day. Anyway, but so I just had to come home, and then I was home from middle of March all the way until August. And so that was when most people consider that's the lockdown. Kind of summer of 2020 is the lockdown period or whatever.
Yeah.
Where everybody was locked down. So I don't really want to go into that because it was really depressing. But is there anything from kind of the lockdown period you remember? For me, not really. I couldn't find anything.
With us a lot.
Yeah, like we didn't really hang out with many people.
No.
I mean, not supposed to. We probably did a little bit, but really nothing great happened. We just spent a lot of family time together.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, I got into more YouTube stuff over the summer. That's when this channel really started, because like I made podcasts for a little bit, and then my channel really started during the lockdown. I remember my roommate came over one day, kind of towards the latter part of the lockdown. And then kind of the lockdown kind of lifted here, and that's when my channel started to grow then. So. So, I mean, that's one thing that's good for 2020, I guess, is my channel started picking up.
Definitely.
I made more content, just chilled out. I mean, I think that's one thing that is cool, and you can maybe talk about it a little bit because you're a lot more creative than I am. But,
I don't know about that, but
yeah, definitely. But, so, I mean, I think that's one thing that's cool, at least for me. I started, YouTube, and I just kind of got into that. And I don't think if the lockdown never happens, I probably don't even start this YouTube channel.
Dang.
Because, I mean...
That would have been crazy.
And that's kind of the whole reason College and Back is a thing. Is because I'm like, okay, I'm in a lockdown. What do I do? Oh, I could make videos. I think that would be fun. I watched YouTube for years. And I'm like, hey, making a YouTube channel would be kind of cool. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I would be good at it.
And you had done your N-Squared Sports before that.
Yeah, I've already been a part of N-Squared Sports. I'm like, I want to make a channel where I just make videos myself. I think that could be really cool. And my first video that I really tried on, I mean, I've did videos before this one. The first one I really tried on was the one that was about Elon Musk. I don't know if you remember watching that or if you saw that. But it was about the baby names and Elon Musk.
Yeah, I remember that video.
So, and that actually has like 100. It says 112 views on that video, and it's about 8.5 minutes long. I edited the heck out of that video. I just want to say. After that,
you hid it from us, and you're like, "No, I'm not going to tell you anything until."
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, because I thought it was so cool. I mean, I think it was well edited. Like, of course, my background was not very good or anything, but that video. When I made that video and it did pretty well, I'm like, I'm gonna keep doing this. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I don't know. For me, that was one of the better parts of the lockdown was me making this channel. So I don't know. I feel like I have to tell you all that just because that's the kind of the origins of this channel.
The origins.
And when people, hopefully, I'm making videos. 5 years down the line, I can look back on this podcast. Say this is where it started right here during the lockdown.
Really was college and back because you were at college and you came back.
That was kind of the reason.
It started. Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
Boom. So the origin of this channel is mentioned on this podcast.
Good.
So is there anything else that you can remember from lockdown before we move on to?
That was pretty much all I did.
Yeah, I mean, not a whole lot happened, but
yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so I guess. One other thing I actually wrote was we had birthdays during the lockdown.
Oh yeah, we
not
birthdays.
You technically was after,
later,
but and I was technically after the lockdown. Kind of. I remember talking about it and thinking, oh, there's no way my birthday's going to be in a lockdown, but kind of was.
It could be again this year too, but we don't know.
Dude, if that happens, I swear, that's terrible. So we each had our birthday. We each had, I think, a pretty decent birthday. I actually wasn't here for your birthday. Big sad. Big sad, but
big sad.
Yeah. So that happened, and then I kind of just after that went back to college, and it was kind of that's how we've gotten here now. So that's kind of a look back at 2020. We had some fun times, some not fun times, but yeah.
That's our 2020 recap.
2020 recap, boom, right there. So now I guess going into 2021, what are some things you look forward to? So I wanted to make. I don't have a list in my head. I'm literally coming with this stuff off the top. But what are some things, like 5 things you want to accomplish or kind of things you're looking forward to this next year?
Oh my gosh, this is hard. Have you thought of any?
I really haven't. I guess I'll just, something that flies off of the top of my head is I really want to do well in school this year and I want to try to make all A's this semester in college.
That's good goal, Nick.
I mean,
it's ambitious and it's a good goal.
It's very ambitious, but last semester I didn't quite make all A's. But I think if I can make all A's this semester to raise that GPA a little bit, I think that would be one goal I have. And I'm taking 5 classes, but 2 of them are online, so that gives me a little bit of an edge for those 2. Usually online classes aren't as hard.
No, yeah.
And then the other 3...
They still are hard, though.
One class I'm worried about, I'm taking finance, which is going to be brutal. I don't know if I can make an A in that class. So I might go 4 A's and 1 C because that finance class is going to be brutal. But anyway. So that's one.
I feel the same. Like, I haven't really cared about high school much. Like, I mean, like, I've cared and I've done well, but I haven't, like, tried super hard. And I think now looking at college, it's just like only 2 years away, 2.5 years away. I probably need to start like actually like applying myself to the best of my ability. Yeah, so that's probably what I'll do. That's one for me.
One for you? Okay. Same for me, double. Same goes for me, double.
Same goes for me, double. Another one would be making music because I got this new keyboard.
Music, yeah.
I can make different music.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I created the intro to College and Back, so
You did.
It's. I know it's gonna be hard to top that one, but I think that I can do it.
Yeah. If y'all are either new or don't know what the intro is, it's actually Tony.
It's my voice.
So, there you go. Yeah, that's cool. What else? What else do I have? I would say, I guess, just get more in shape, which is the most cliche answer of all time to say that. But I think getting in shape would be one. I think. Not to get like totally built where I'm like shredded or anything, but just to get more in shape.
That's good.
Take care of my body more. I think during the lockdown, like some people really took it like I'm going to lose a bunch of weight and I'm going to get in shape. other people like me kind of just took it as a time just to eat more.
Well, hey, yeah, but we were all pretty depressed, so
yeah, I mean, it's a way to cope,
okay.
I guess. But just to get a little bit more in shape would be definitely one. I'm not gonna put. I hate people who say like specific goals, like I'm gonna lose 20 pounds in like a month. It's like, no, you're not.
That's
like
so,
I just hate people like that.
Yeah, I mean, anyway, look, we love all people, but not those people.
Yeah, not those people who make unrealistic goals.
Yeah,
that might be one of mine. Have people stop making unrealistic goals because it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. Don't lie to yourself.
Don't lie to yourself. You just make yourself feel bad after you don't accomplish it.
Facts.
Anyway, but
I think another one I was thinking, drink water. I think we need to drink more water. I think as a collective human race, I think we're not drinking enough water, and I think it's showing.
How is it showing?
I don't know, but I feel like it is. I feel like if we drank more water, we'd be healthier just in general.
So you're saying people are fat?
No, that water has nothing to do with fat people.
Well, but you're saying people will be so it's just more healthy.
No, not like not fat.
Not like
I'm just saying in general health, like mental health, physical health, spiritual health, all different kinds of health. I feel like if we drink water, it gives us the nutrients we need.
Yeah.
What nutrients does water give us?
It just keeps everything flowing, you know?
Yeah, but like...
Makes your poops good? I don't know.
Because like when you absorb food, you get like energy and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
I think water just replenishes the soul, as they say.
Okay.
It doesn't...
That's a good enough...
There's no it's not like it's protein or anything. Yeah. It just keeps your
like
body...
nothing in water. It's like hydrogen and oxygen.
It's just something that like... Kind of like when you drink Gatorade after you're really dehydrated or something. Yeah. Drink Gatorade, it replenishes you. That's kind of what water does, just on a regular basis.
You know what's super weird?
What?
How... No, I know this is going off a tangent, but
yes,
how H2O is water, right? So that's like 2 hydrogen and oxygen.
Okay.
But like if we get HO2, it's not water. It's something completely different.
What is it?
I don't know.
1 hydrogen, 2 oxygen.
Like, but isn't that just weird? How like you could turn something from water to like some chemical gas or something, but it's made with the same stuff. That just doesn't make sense with me, and it doesn't sit well. And I want to know why. What is HO2?
Trust me, I can't help you understand why, but it's hydroperoxyl.
Yeah, that doesn't sound safe. It doesn't sound anything like
it water. Says it is also known as the hydroxyl radical. Protonated form of superoxide with the chemical formula HO2. This species plays an important role in the atmosphere and as a reactive oxygen species in cell biology. Something to do with your cells. It's kind of interesting.
Oh, does it like with the peroxyl or water?
It says this species, apparently this HO2, plays an important role in the atmosphere and as a reactive oxygen species in cell biology.
Yeah, but that's not water.
It's not water, but HO2 is not water.
That's just weird to me.
Why?
I don't know.
So you're basically trading a hydrogen for an oxygen.
Yes.
It's basically what you're doing.
Yes, but like...
But that's just the same as...
Like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
You know what? Just because you said peanut butter, I was thinking of lead, which is PB.
Wow. He's on a different level.
We're on the same brain wave here.
But like, if you have peanuts and you have jelly...
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm going with this, but I'm saying like the materials you have can make different things like in normal life. Like you can create different stuff with different stuff. Okay. But with like chemicals, it doesn't do that. That's just weird to me. Anyway, drink more water, everybody. You'll be healthier.
Tony, I want to say something.
Yes.
I'm worried about you, bud.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried. I don't know where. Like why are we talking about H2O and HO2 and
because
peanut butter and jelly? How do those
people need to drink more water? And so in 2021, I'm gonna try to drink more water. That's my goal.
All right, that's a long-winded way to get to that answer, but I agree. Drink more water. I would say I agree. I would say for me also, especially since I just got a new vehicle, to take care of my vehicle and to really keep it clean because with
with
my vehicle that you're now driving, I didn't take the best care of it. I wouldn't really wash it often, just because it's an older truck. But this truck I just got is pretty not pretty new. It is new, so I definitely want to take more care of it and just really make it a point to, just clean it out, wash it. I have a ton of materials to do that, so I think why not?
That's super smart. So. I probably need to do that with mine, but then again, mine's pretty far gone. So
no, I mean for the outside and the paint and everything, but for the inside, you can keep it nice.
I can keep that clean still.
And you can,
Is that 5?
5 what?
5 things that we want to do in 2021?
No, I mean I'm at like 3. You're at like 3. Well, you said drink more water, make music,
truck grades.
The first one you said. No,
that was school. School was
school. Okay, so you have one more.
I've got one left. You got 2.
Wait. I need to drink more water too, but that wasn't mine. I said grades, truck, and get in shape.
Get in shape, yeah.
Or get more healthy. I feel like there's one other one I said. If y'all want to roast me in the comments because I forgot what I said, go ahead, because I'm sure I forgot something. I really don't remember what. I'll just do 2 more. So I guess another one for me for 2021, I will say to not expect it to be better than 2020.
That's a good goal.
I don't want to say I don't want to sit here and say it won't be, but I also don't want to sit here and say, oh yeah, it's gonna be tons better.
There's no way we can know. It
probably won't. I mean, COVID is still here.
Yeah.
It's not going away anytime soon. I mean, they just keep saying there's strands and strands of it coming back. But.
Yeah. And what's going to happen is going to happen. I mean, saying that it's a year change doesn't affect anything.
Yeah, I read this post on Instagram today, which I've preached about. Actually, my last podcast that y'all saw, I mentioned this for like 10 minutes at the end. I said, and this person said, on 12 a.m. on 1/1 of 21, nothing's going to be different. It's going to be the exact same at 11:59 p.m. of 12/31 of 20. It's going to be the same.
That's fact.
That 1 minute is not going to change anything.
1 second.
1 second.
59.
It's not going to change anything. So, I think that's one thing for me is to want change is cool, but also to make myself be a better person, to change myself and my surroundings to be better. That doesn't mean, and I'm not trying to go into all of the politics side of it and the racial side. I don't want to go into all of that, but I just want to say for me, to just be better myself, to make me the best person I can be.
That's all you can do.
And
preach it, Nick.
Yeah, I mean, because if everybody would just better themselves, that doesn't mean you have to be perfect. Because nobody's perfect. Heck, we both know we're not perfect.
No.
We make mistakes all the time. I mean, recording this literally
10 hours?
10 hours before it comes out. That's definitely not perfect. But I really I've said this multiple times, I need to record way earlier than I do. But anyway, that might be, that's going to be my 5th thing. Record earlier.
Yes.
Record earlier than I do right now. I want to be able to post things. I've done it before, but I just need to get back into that habit. Anyway, so those are my 5 things. So
I think my 5th would be just to enjoy life.
Okay.
Yeah. As sucky as things can be, pardon my language.
Totally fine with sucky.
It's just you got to be able to enjoy what you can enjoy and take the wins when you get them.
Take the wins when you get them.
That doesn't mean don't be ambitious, though. You guys still be ambitious, but just take the wins when you can get them. That's what I say.
And always play like an underdog.
Always play like an underdog. Underdog mentality.
Old Matt McConaughey.
Mm-hmm.
Good guy.
All
right, so let's do this. Actually, one more question. Or one more topic, and then we'll go into questions.
Oh, okay.
So is there anything, of course, there's a ton of them, but I would just want you to say one. Anything interesting people should know about you that they might not already know? Make it the most interesting thing that you can think of.
The most interesting thing about
just something that nobody would even think about when they think of you. None of us really, you're going to have to think hard for this.
Oh wait, I have something.
Are you sure?
No, I think I do.
That brain is going a million miles an hour. What? Sorry.
I have a story. It's probably not the most interesting thing about me, but
that's okay. Stories are fine. We need stories.
So when I was a little kid, back in the good old days, my parents
the good old days of 2007, 8, 9, 10.
It was probably around 2010.
10?
Probably.
Like
I was probably like 6. I think I was like 6. I think it was in first grade.
All right.
My parents had this globe, and it was a beautiful globe. You know the story?
I know this story.
It was a great globe, and we still have it to this day. And they bought it like before I was born, I think. And it was upstairs in the game room where Nick and I would just hang out all the time. Mm. So as a kid, I had this imaginary world called Tony Lane, and I don't know why, but it was just some place that I would just go to.
Is that Tony Island or Tony Lane?
Tony Lane.
Is it Tony Lane? Does it say Tony Lane on there? Or sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Anyway.
Sorry,
so
I didn't say anything.
I got a Sharpie as a kid, and I went and I was like, I want to make this place real. So I go on the globe, and in the middle of like the Atlantic Ocean, I go and I draw an island, and I write Tony. It says Tony Lane on it.
Yeah. And
it's like 2 different islands, and I kept it there, and I didn't know anything was wrong. I was like, that's just belongs there.
Oh yeah.
So then, like 6-8 months later, we had some friends over that we will keep unnamed for confidentiality. And my friend, I showed them because I was like, hey, look what I did. And then they were like, then they went to my parents because my parents were upstairs at one point, and they were like, hey, do y'all like this Tony Lane place? And they're like, what Tony Lane place? And they saw it, and they got really mad at me.
They were upset. For sure.
So yeah, that's something interesting that I did as a child.
Yeah, you had a wild imagination, and still do to this day. So,
still do.
I don't think you're going to be, writing in Sharpie on globes, but I mean...
No, probably not anymore. I'm probably past that phase of my life.
You never know, though.
You never know.
I just have an idea and think, I'm going to write this on the globe. Mm-hmm. No, but yeah. So if we can get a picture of it, it'll be part of the thumbnail for this video. Yeah. That'll be good. All right, well, that's very interesting of you. Or not of you, but an interesting story that happened to you. So now... let's go into questions. I asked this to my previous 2 guests on this podcast. I've switched them up. I did ask you 5 questions about 9 months ago when we did this, but these are going to be different.
Yes.
And I think you'll have some interesting answers. So let's go ahead and get into it. So, if you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live?
Australia.
Why?
It's Australia. I mean,
what's in Australia?
I don't know. I feel like Jackman? Australia... Well, I do like Hugh Jackman.
Is that the reason you said Australia?
No.
No?
Yes. No.
Okay.
No, it's not.
You want Hugh Jackman to be your father. I understand.
I love my father. Don't disrespect. Dad, I love you. I just think Australia is a really cool place, and I feel like they have nice people. And there's like beaches, but there's also like desert, and there's like kangaroos and stuff. And I've always wanted to go to Australia. So I probably do Australia.
So I mean, but the question says if you could live anywhere. So you got to stick it out. What if you don't like it there? That's the thing. It's like
a kangaroo attacks me like every day.
Yeah. Like
kangaroos are mean.
If you said like California, I mean, who wants to live in California? Never mind. I'm not going to get into politics, but who wants to live in California?
No one wants to live in California. God, that's hard.
But I mean, Australia would be cool. I mean,
I'd probably pick Australia. Out of anywhere in the world, I'd probably pick Australia.
I'm still waiting for the day for somebody to say Antarctica.
Antarctica?
I wonder if anybody's ever going to say. Probably not.
Probably not. It's pretty cold there.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Okay, so on a scale... No, this is... it's 10:15 at night when we're recording this, as of right now.
Yeah.
But for, I guess, right now... how happy are you on a scale of 1 to 10?
Wait, what's the most happy?
10.
10. Okay. 7.5.
7.5.
That's passing.
It's passing, but why?
But it's not exceeding.
Why? Like, what's going on? I'm your therapist.
I've just been really, No, I'm just joking. I don't know. I'm tired.
I'm tired too. We shouldn't have done this late, but.
You know what? But we're having a good time.
We're having a good
time. See, that's why it's a 7.5. If not, it would have been like a 5.
Oh, gosh.
We don't want a 5.
I just brought your mood up like 2 whole points. 2.5 whole points.
2.5, actually.
Dang, dude.
Yeah, so probably a 7.5, I'd say, is where I'm at.
Okay, that's fair. I guess today I would say I'm more like it. Well, I don't want to copy. I'll go 7.512.
Okay, that's good.
So
you're more happy than me.
Yeah, but
I see.
But 7.512. Yeah. So the 1-2 are very important.
Yes, very important.
You can't go 1-3 or 1-1. It has to be 1-2. Mm-hmm. So 7.512 for me, just because getting dinner tonight, having to drive. So, okay, I'm not going to take too much time on this, but we went to In-N-Out tonight. Mm-hmm. And by the way, I'm sure for all the people, apparently people in my dorm.
There you go. That's good.
On my floor is what I was going to say. Yeah. I meant to say in my dorm on my floor. They all are there's some California people that live there, or not that live there. They live in California and they're on my floor. And then you have other people from other parts of the country that are in my dorm. And a lot of them always say that In-N-Out is so much better in California. So I don't know what your opinion is on that. But, but for those watching from my dorm that are from California, just to let you know, in my opinion, I've never had In-N-Out in California. I don't think. Mm-hmm. But In-N-Out in Houston is pretty good.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Anyway, but the story is we were in the drive-thru at In-N-Out. It was a huge line, 30 cars in front of us. We get up to the thing, or we order. The lady says, "Hey, do you want it for in the car?" And we say no. Go up to the window, we pay, we get it. The guy's like, "Here's 3 fries, here's 3 burgers in the to-go or in the car thing." So it's just a box with no lid on it or top or anything. So I'm here. Tony's driving. I'm here just sitting in the car with fries and burgers in my hand in my lap, trying not to spill it everywhere. So that kind of ruined my mood for the whole rest. I was fine before that, but after that, it kind of ruined my mood. So I think before that, I was more like a 9. Yeah, it's a pretty good day. But that kind of dropped it down. This is raising it back up, and we're starting to go back down as it gets later. So we're going to wrap this up soon.
Yep.
Okay. So anyway, story's over. Mm-hmm. So, what do you think so far is the favorite moment of all time in your life?
Wow.
Just your favorite all-time moment.
That's right. I have a lot of favorite all-time moments. But if I...
Well, they're not favorite.
Well, yes, but it's hard to choose. I'd say the most recent favorite was whenever I drove by myself for the first time.
The first time.
That was super fun.
Yeah.
It was so freeing. It was amazing. I went to Whataburger. I got a large fry, a cinnamon roll, and a large Dr. Pepper. It was everything I needed at that time.
Okay, so a little bit of recency bias maybe there, but
yeah.
All right, we'll just go with that. Yeah. I'm not going to waste your time anymore with that, but not the most creative, but
what?
Not going to dock any point. It's fine.
It's okay.
You're good.
Thank you.
So this question, I am really interested in finding out. Can't talk anymore.
It's okay.
Okay. Ha ha ha. Okay. If you could have dinner with 3 people that are either dead or alive, who would they be?
Ooh. Okay, ready? People have asked me this before, and I have a pretty solid answer.
All right.
My first one was Elton John, because he's my favorite musician of all time.
Okay.
Peter from the Bible. That dude would be pretty solid to have a meal with.
Okay.
And probably Matthew McConaughey, who's my favorite actor of all time.
Of course.
I feel like those 3 people would have very interesting conversations.
They would. I think they would.
And I would like to sit back and hear them discuss life and their views.
I mean, Matthew McConaughey is going to give you all the the life advice you need.
Oh,
then you have Peter, who's been I've been through more than you can even imagine, living with Jesus and stuff like that. And then Elton John is going to be just singing the whole time. No, probably not. But I mean, he would be cool.
Yeah.
So those are your 3 when people ask you that you say, or does it ever change?
No, it changes from time to time. It wasn't Matthew McConaughey originally.
Yeah, but I mean, with Matthew McConaughey with this new book, Green Lights, go check it out. It's a book, right?
Yeah, it's a book.
Okay.
And if you buy it on Amazon, you can get him to read it to you on Audible.
Really?
And who else would need anything more than Matthew McConaughey?
All right.
Yes, Nick. Yes.
That's kind of the only thing I know of that he says, but
Nice.
I mean, he's in a lot of good movies too. So, Wedding Crashers, right? In that movie he's in. No. He's not in Wedding Crashers.
No, he's in How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
No, he's definitely in Wedding Crashers.
No, that's
that's
Vaughn and Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson, that's the guy I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I could see how you could get them mixed
because
up.
they kind of talk the same. So I know what I'm talking about. I don't know movies at all.
You can
ask anybody. I don't know movies, and so when I think I know something, I'm gonna say it. And by the way, on this podcast, everything we say is always 100% accurate. So
always,
you can say Owen Wilson, Matt McConaughey. They're the same person in my eyes. Okay, so the last thing is, where can people find you on social media? You're not a huge social media guy.
I'm not a huge social media guy.
If they wanted to find you, people watching, the two people that are watching this, where could they find you? I'm just kidding. The 200. 200. I'm going for 200 on this.
I bet you can get that.
We'll see.
We can get that. My Instagram is TonyStevens143.
Check that. You didn't look very confident when you said that. Make sure you check.
Yes. My Instagram is TonyStevens143. You can find me there. I don't have any posts right now, but you can DM me and I'll send you pictures of me if you want.
That's a weird. Okay.
Yeah.
Just gonna go with that.
And then, you can follow my TikTok, I guess.
Yes, sir.
That is TonyStevens_14.
Okay. Tony Stevens _
Or no, at TonyStevens_1. Just one.
_1.
You can do it.
Okay. Interesting. Do you post anything on there?
I have one post and it has 2,600 views.
Nice.
430 likes. Pretty proud of myself.
Very good. We need to make more TikToks.
We should make more TikToks.
Should I create a College and Back TikTok?
You should. I'm sure that
I don't know what I would do.
Viral.
I don't know what I would do on there.
Yes.
I don't know. We'll think
That'd
about
be
it.
interesting.
We'll see.
Yeah. So that's my socials.
All right. So you heard him. Instagram at Tony Stevens
143.
TikTok at Tony Stevens _1.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. So Instagram, TikTok for Tony. And for me, I guess if you want to follow the podcast at College and Back on Instagram and YouTube, as well as Spotify and Anchor. Nobody really listens on Anchor, but if you want to, you can. But yeah, for definitely Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, at College and Back, same thing on all of those. So if you want to follow the show and just kind of don't really tweet a whole lot on there. I do tweet whenever the show comes out, or if something comes out, I'll send you a link to it. But so, and then follow all the links in the description of this. Thank you, Tony, so much for coming on the show today.
Of course, thank you for having me.
Do you want to get any beats to get us out of here?
I gotta get more practice. I'll get a beat on the College and Back theme song, and we'll put that out. Be on the lookout for that.
Okay, so look forward to a new intro.
Yes, I'll be cooking something up.
Tony's cooking in the kitchen. Okay, cool. All right, thanks, Tony, so much for joining. Follow him on all his social media. Follow the show. And I'm just rambling at this point, so we're going to end it now. Yeah, so thank you all for listening, and we'll see you guys next time.
Boom.